Trouble at the graves, eh?
Yeah. Outlaws.
The links you recovered. Priceless to me, but...
Wouldn't buy a hot meal?
nor a bottle of Fortuo brew. Ah, so much history destroyed when the Grand Wall in Freemark fell. Who we lost, what they accomplished.
That last grave I visited.
A friend. He never came home. I made that marker for him. For now, I have many stories to write and glasses to raise.
Looks like this is your lucky day.
Why's that?
You just bumped into the oldest man in Fort Tarsis. Name's Jarek.
Nice to meet you.
You too. You know, you don't live as long as I have without seeing some things.
Yeah? Like what?
I was there when the scars swarmed the fort's terraces. It was a bloodbath. Happened over 50 years ago, and it feels like yesterday. I was also there when the scars came over the walls. What do you think about that?
I think you've seen a lot.
You bet I have. More than you ever will, that's for sure.
I hope you're right.
Oh, I am, freelancer. I've lived a life filled with bloodshed and disaster. I've survived Strider ambushes, Dominion attacks and outlaws. I've even run from wyverns. I've seen enough death the last 50 lifetimes. And yet, somehow, I'm still kicking.
So, what's your secret to survival?
It ain't no secret. I'm a pragmatist. I always did what I had to in order to survive.
Sounds like you made some tough choices.
You tell me. I was in a mining crew digging for ore near Heliost when the main shaft collapsed. We were trapped behind a solid wall of rock. We had no idea of how long it would take for the rescue party to dig us out. I was lucky enough to find a bottle of water. But there were 6 of us.
1 bottle of water for 6 miners? How many of you made it out?
I was the only survivor.
Why were you the only survivor?
If I'd have shared that water, nobody would have lived.
So you chose to let 5 people die to save yourself.
I told you, I'm a pragmatist.
I guess that's why you're the oldest man in Fort Tarsis.
Don't you judge me. You've seen death. You've done things. I can see it in your eyes. It's usually a glint of sadness or knowledge, but in some people, that glint turns into a gleam. And a gleam means they want to see more death. Be careful, freelancer. I still see a glint in your eyes.
You must be Ryth. Yarrow said I'd find you here.
Yeah. You're the one who flew in with a hail of bullets and flaming glory.
Not sure that sounds right.
Bet your ass it was. Stellar work, Big Star. You gotta live that crap out there. That was your moment. Me? I was looking forward to performing some community service with my sword Nellie.
You named your sword?
Well, why not? Besides you, she's the last thing standing between me and the cockroaches. So, I'm guessing you're here to stay. You've been keeping to yourself, but I've seen you around.
There's work, yeah. I get the impression business is picking up.
Been tough for a while. Couple of weeks, I was barely scraping by. But man, there's nothing like being a freelancer, right? So hey, thanks for showing up when you did. I owe you one.
Glad it worked out.
Anyway, I'm probably still bleeding somewhere. Should get that fixed. I'll see you around, Big Star.
You're looking at me like you want something. What is it?
Nothing. I wasn't trying to.
Then point your damned peepers somewhere else.
No need to get mean. I just thought it looked like you could use a friend.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry that was uncalled for. You know, I wasn't always like this. I had a bake shop. Made Anthem-style bread, the way my mother did. Then my grain supplier stopped shipping Anthem grain up north. I tried substitutions, but nothing was right. Got harder and harder to keep my doors open, so I stopped trying.
You can't give up. We don't survive out here by giving up.
When you run out of bullets, do you keep fighting? Or do you take your losses and run? I could have kept going until I had nothing left. That's not how we survive. We survive by knowing when to stop.
That's not always true.
It's true for now. Look, I appreciate the talk, but I'll be fine. I still have some savings. Just need to figure something out.
I'll leave you to it.
Remember when this place was called the Shifty Koroks? First, that only lasted 2 months. And second...
Well, I know you. You're the hotshot who silenced that Shaper thing, yeah?
Word travels fast.
I keep an ear to the ground. Best way to stay alive out here. Maxine. Call me Max. Welcome to my bar.
You're the owner?
Am now. Got it off Dusty in a game of cards. Pretty sure he threw that hand.
You really think he'd bet his entire bar and throw the hand?
In a heartbeat. If he ever had a heart to begin with. Dusty managed to lose the deed to his bar and his shirt, and the very next morning headed out of town. Only he didn't make it.
Hold up a second. What happened to the last owner?
He was on a strider to Anthem with the governor and it went down. Some say accident, some say a hit. Nobody made it back and the black box went missing.
You think Dusty was the target? Or the governor?
Dusty owed a lot to the wrong people, but dead men don't pay their debts. The governor? Not really worth the trouble, you know what I mean? Dusty's not the only owner to die in glitch circumstances, just the latest. People think this place is cursed.
You don't strike me as waiting around for certain doom.
Who has time for that crap? I got work to do. Deals don't make themselves. You're doing good work around here, freelancer. I'll get you a tab. First one's on the house. And if there's something you need, maybe I know some people. We'll see. Okay?
They did it. Sorry, freelancer.
Hi again.
Freelancer. Fancy meeting you here.
Were you trying to make a joke, Bryn?
I'm attempting something new. I don't think I enjoyed it. I should tell you, I'm impressed with how you've handled yourself on missions.
Freelancers. We get the job done.
Sometimes, from what I've heard.
And you believe everything you hear?
You do seem shockingly reliable.
Shockingly.
Oh, pleasantly. Surprisingly?
Has anyone ever told you that you're not great with people, Bryn?
Oh, constantly.
How do you even have an opinion of freelancers if I'm the first one you've worked with?
From radio shows and other Sentinels. Have you ever considered Sentinel life?
They've asked. I've never been tempted.
Really?
Really. You seem good at what you do, but it's too many rules and regs for me.
Oh, rules and regs keep the world in order. A place for everything.
Sounds like you've used that line before.
My mother's favorite. She was a Sentinel too, and she also loved rules.
Isn't working with freelancers without permission breaking those rules?
If the Sentinels don't adapt, the fort won't be around much longer to protect.
And isn't that adapting just breaking the rules with purpose?
Now you're just talking nonsense.
I'll see you around.
Potentially.
Hi again, Bryn.
Freelancer. Hello again. Hi. While I have you, we need more information about this odd Scar activity. If you have time to lend the Sentinels a hand.
On it. Just pass on the details when you have them.
Yes, will do.
Been a busy one. Shipper relics are playing havoc with the suit. I'll have to add.
Your help with some new Scar hacks would be appreciated.
Heading over there.
Thanks for doing this, by the way. I don't like to think about Scar heists anywhere remotely near us. 'Cause 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 'cause
scar hives. Take them out. Two hives left. Guess what? There's more. Patrol of Sentinels didn't make it back. If you can, please bring back their signets. Okay, on my way. This is the place. You need to clear out the scars before you can recover the signets. You found a signet. That makes 2 signets. Move it, move your way. Let's make sure everybody walks away from this, Freelancer. Okay, that's the 3rd signet. Well done. I'll archive those signets when you're back. Freelancer, there's something else. The Sentinel Patrol was just ambushed by scars. They need backup. On my way. That's the Sentinel Patrol. Help them push the scars back.
Will do.
It looks super tough.
You got it.
Great work, everyone. We didn't lose a single Lancer to the stars. Great. That's it for the scars. Nice job out there, Freelancer.
so many, and
So many things you are doing. Wonderful. I'm curious, what do you remember most? Good times? Bad? What? Honest now.
When things go wrong, you don't forget it.
You can't. No. Years ago, I had a contract to escort a Strider full of passengers. Routine, you know?
Not sure anything is routine beyond the wall.
True. Something did happen that night. Shaper this, shaper that, who knows? These creatures, they start to come. Eyes red with anger. I fight, still they come. I'm wounded, low on bullets, still they come.
Sounds like that should have been it.
Freelancers come. From everywhere. They fight. Many die.
A bad day.
No, my friend. Everyone aboard the Strider got home. There's always two sides.
They died saving lives.
Yes. Freelancers must see the good in the bad.
That's hard for some people.
Now you understand why people can lose hope. You hear me?
I hear you.
Ah, freelancer. I'm finishing up a few stories for the wall.
This a bad time?
No, good time. The task is better with company. This is not the Grand Wall of Freemark, but it's a good start.
Why do you do this? The wall, the stories, all of it. For the history books?
I'm not that vain. Well, not about these things. You never saw the Grand Wall, eh? Oh, people came from every corner of Bastion to see it. They read our stories. They believed in us.
People haven't changed. They'll see the work being done and come around.
Of course they will.
What is it?
My friend, the one I lost, I can hear him doubting us both. He could be a stormy sky. But I could make him laugh, huh?
You said he was a freelancer.
Yes, Garnet. Freelancer Garnet. I helped him pick that call sign, you know. It fit. He had a bad start, but survived it all. Oh, tough, that one. But one rainy day, he didn't come home.
What happened?
I don't know. Not all of it. Not where he fell. You see, I have his name, but not his story. This pains me.
He was a freelancer. We all know the risks.
Yes, it's true. We all do. It's just, his story is incomplete.
Is that why you send me out there?
In part. No freelancer should fall without their story being told. Maybe one day, you bring his story back. Had some visitors in today, new to Fort Tarsis, curious about freelancers.
Pilot. That's right. I said pilot.
No.
Just because you failed.
You had your pants on backwards yesterday, and you're gonna wear a javelin?
In fact, I'm gonna be a freelancer.
Actually, they'd probably take you.
My savior. And the reason scars aren't feasting on my liver right this minute. Bloody scars. The spike in their activity has really thrown off my research.
What are you working on exactly?
I'm looking for a lost Arcanist text known as the Elysian Manuscript. It was inscribed by early members of our order and has been lost for generations. Some Arcanists believe that their writings could help us predict the behavior of Shaper instruments. Imagine knowing if a relic will create firestorms, or scorpions, or shatter you into 1,000 pieces.
We could keep people safe.
Indeed. Every little piece of knowledge we can scrape together helps.
You're making progress?
The heroic work done by my assistants, may they continue to seek answers beyond this life, led to a discovery. Turns out there was a far more ingenious way to pass knowledge along. Invisible runes.
Invisible?
Runes, yes.
How do I...
Aha! I piqued your curiosity. You'll just have to continue on this adventure to find out, won't you? Our research has revealed a potential site that may answer our questions.
Just point me in the right direction.
Ah, freelancer. What can Matthias Errol Sumner help you with today?
I just wanted to see how you were doing.
My research is progressing. I'm still alive and very happy about it. I intended to buy you a drink as thanks for the rescue, but then I remembered being banned from the bar.
You're banned? Why?
For, starting fights. Not proud of it, it just happened. One minute someone's mocking Von Blatt's theory of diurnal obsolescence, the next minute you got bloody knuckles. You know how it is.
I don't, actually, know how it is.
Von Blatt's theory is a foundational Arcanist principle. It deserved to be defended.
With your fists.
Like I said, not proud. Growing up in the streets of Helios, you pick up some bad habits. Discourse, dialogue, civility, the Arcanist ways, those I had to learn. Lashing out is instinct.
I didn't know you grew up on the streets.
I don't advertise it.
Everyone has a past. It's what you do now that matters.
That's what I kept saying. I wanted to learn. I wanted to improve the world through knowledge. Still do. But it wasn't enough for some. They couldn't overlook my origins.
Yet you persisted.
Had to. Had to force open the doors they shut on me. Force open the door. The gateway, if the aperture could be widened and maintained. Oh, you're brilliant.
But I didn't.
Apologies. I meant me. I must pursue this train of thought. Talk later. Heard Tassin mumbling about the Dominion? Did you know I once hid in a mound of rotting fungus to avoid one of their patrols? Rashes for days.
Patching in, Arcanist Matthias.
So how did you learn about where we're headed?
From very old field notes. There was something the writer wasn't saying. Something important they didn't write down. I'm certain of it.
So you had a hunch?
A hypothesis.
Right.
What secrets must they hold?
Let's find out.
Here we are. This will be difficult tonight.
What am I looking for?
A marker of some type. Something other Arcanists recognize. There's a low hum of power. I'm sure it's here. Some very aggressive wolven have taken up residence. Please, clear them out.
That I can do. Which is what?
A shift in energy. We create a big enough change, the wires detect it, the marker triggers.
Like a fire alarm?
Exactly. That shape or object across from the marker is made for echoes.
Got it. Let's build a fire.
It's working, but the marker won't trigger without a larger shift in energy. More echoes needed.
Looks like the echo attracted some slimy friends.
Ah, yes. They're fascinating creatures, but only from very far away, behind a wall, with the lights on. No effect. Looks like we'll need more.
What do you think will happen when we trigger the marker?
I can't say for sure. My theory, however, is we learn something about the hidden runes. We should be close.
Got some Matthias, how did you do this work without freelancer help?
Slowly. My fearsome associate. Slowly. This task alone would certainly require many uncomfortable nights in the jungle.
This book you're looking for.
The Elysian manuscript.
Right. What do you think you'll find in there?
Find? Well, Arcanists pursue the truth, but time twists truth, hides it. The manuscript is a window to a very old truth. Shifting. Don't let them stand in your way.
Didn't plan on it.
marker's been triggered.
The Arcanist fire alarm.
Precisely.
See what the Arcanist left for us.
Got it. Very strange energy signature.
So, runes. What are they?
Secret writing. A technique lost and forgotten. To think the key to my work was right in front of me.
You got it?
I did. Oh dear, the energy is starting to fluctuate.
Does that mean hurry?
Yes. That should be enough. But I think I know how to find more of these runes.
You think they'll help?
Yes, I'll explain when we get back to Fort Tarsus, but first... Thank you. These runes hold the key to finding the Elysian manuscript. I'm certain.
Hey there, it's me.
Owen?
We need to chat. It's important. Meet me in the bar.
Okay, I'll be there. Owen? Huh.
Now here's where it gets fun. Time to make a statement.